Hey, what's going on, y'all? Same old, same old. You know how it is. Go to akachicomics.com, download all the books, all that crazy stuff. Void Beast 1 through 4, The Extraordinary Messiah 1 and 2, Get Souls of Chaos for free. First two chapters. That's four. First two chapters. But anyway, there was a bunch of stuff I was going to talk about. First, I was going to be like, okay, let me talk about this happened, the battle rap events, some other stuff, blah, 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 blah. But I was like, nah, let me just keep this straight to what I'm going to get to. And that is Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. Now, hold on, let me see something. Let me see something real quick. Da, 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 da. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see if I got my setup and everything correct. Come on, come on. Oh, my son ain't acting like a whole nut in there. Okay, we good. Yeah, I may have to go see what's going on with my son. As y'all know, he has autism, so sometimes he just has the whole episode. So I gotta, if I have to hop up and go see what's going on, that's why I disappear or something. But if I hear him losing his mind or anything back there. But so Wakanda Forever. So I I seen it in before. I'm one of the people I don't y'all know me. I don't care about spoilers. I don't care about none of that other stuff. I don't care about hearing about everything, blah 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 blah, knowing about what happened. None of that bothers me. I can listen to any and everything, get spoiled, and still go watch a movie and still judge for myself. That's what I do. So I'm listening to it, and I'm hearing folks like Chris Gore, other people, and everything talk about how bad the movie is. They were losing their minds. They said that it was the worst film in Marvel's histories. They were talking about it was either slightly better or just above. I mean, slightly worse or just above the Eternals, which is come on now, really? They were saying that they were talking about they were Chris Gore and his crew of folks was talking about how black folks, how black men was going to be angry and this and that and blah 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 blah. And then I heard other stuff on the movie where it was fine. Like I'm hearing people say it was good. Everything was fine. It was amazing. So I'm like, I'm looking at spoilers about it. I'm looking at non-spoilers, everything. I'm just all before the movie because I do a lot of driving for work and stuff from my business actually. Not just I don't like saying work because it's my business. It don't work like that. Um, and and I'm just listening to it all day, just for the few days. And I'm hearing even black people like they didn't like certain things and stuff. So I'm like, okay, okay. So before I get into it, those that don't know, Black Panther Wakanda Forever. It basically takes place. The whole gist of it is Wakanda is recouping after King T'Challa dies, and they find vibranium in another area, which is Talokan, and they just going from there. And everybody is coming at everybody, right? That's basically the gist of it without doing what. Oh, let me do this for y'all since I'm trying to be a better person. Spoilers. If you have not, if you ain't seen it, don't come. I gotta keep telling y'all, don't come to nowhere I'm doing nothing. If you don't come to my page, don't come to my videos and then be like, you spoiled it. Why is it? No, you came to where I'm at. I talk about everything. I'm not holding nothing back. I'm not I ain't one of them dudes. I ain't doing all that. You want to go somewhere else? There's plenty of other people that'll do it that way. I am not him. I'm not the person that's doing it. So getting into it, like out the gate. And I was gonna do like good, bad. I'm just gonna go through it while I can. You're just gonna hear a mix of things, a mix of everything. So starting out, they do the whole. I hear my son. I'm trying to make sure he ain't losing his mind. Out the gate, I'm gonna just say I like starting out. I liked the film. I liked it. I had issues with it, and I'm gonna talk about that. I had issues with it, but overall, I liked it. I liked it. So starting out, and I'm gonna try to clump everything together where I can. They start out with them talking about how T'Challa dies and Shuri's trying to get a cure for it. He dies. They do the little funeral stuff and all that, and they keep it moving. First off, I didn't like that. I didn't. I didn't like it. There was nothing. I thought it was. I almost thought that was kind of too right on the nose. And I almost thought, me personally, you don't have to think this. I don't care. What is this? Me? This is me talking. I thought it was kind of trifling. Cause I'm like, why would you? For one, I understand what a lot of dudes were talking about and seeing it. I had to wait. Y'all know I wasn't doing too much about why it was happening. I wasn't doing too much. I was like, I'll save it until I watch it. And then watching it, I thought it was a little trifling. Because you killed off a character that didn't need to be killed off. That for one, a lot of us have said, it seems like they're trying to get rid of T'Challa in the Black Panther comics. Like they just want to get rid of this character, just move him off somewhere. And I know y'all internet folks, everything's just gonna be whatever. No, it wasn't like that. I know how y'all do. So I'm like, I didn't like that. I didn't like that they killed off the character, but exactly. She already, and I'm glad I can finally see my Facebook comments. Jesus Christ. But yeah, exactly. It's like she already had that. So I was like, this is dumb. And this is too on the nose. Like you didn't show nothing to us. We don't know what the virus is. And then you basically just took what happened to the man in real life and then just put it in this movie. And you killed off a character that didn't need to be killed off. And so I don't care how y'all explain it. I don't care what y'all call it. That was some bullshit. And the whole time I'm watching this, I'm like, let's get this going. I don't want to see none of this. This is just dumb. And I didn't agree with it. He needed to be recasted. Or put him off somewhere else. Or something. But that and the way they did it, me personally, I didn't like it. And it's like, this just wasn't, nah. I don't like that. So one of the gripes while I'm thinking about it, before I get moving, one of the gripes, and I want to get this one out the way. One of the gripes is that black men had issue because it was like, well, not actually black men, but I've heard a bunch of people talk about it, and I've heard white folks talk about it, like Chris Gore. Like I said, Chris Gore and them, they were going in on it, and so they were talking about black men are going to be so mad, this and that. I'm going to tell you that me, as the blackity black man, I didn't. I wasn't. Well, my son in there. I'm going to have to leave in a few seconds if he keeps this up. I didn't have a problem with it, but I fully understand why some folks did, because they killed a character that didn't need to be killed. They didn't bring him back, and they didn't really. It was like, was there a reason for why y'all did this? Now, any kind of secret agenda stuff. But to say that black men and black folks are misogynistic and all this other goofy shit, that's just that goofy name calling. See, this shit gets on my nerves because a lot of y'all is just passive aggressive assholes. Like you wouldn't say that to nobody in person. A lot of you weirdos wouldn't say nothing to nobody like that in person. So you say that little goofy shit online and try to get some follows and likes and all that other stuff. And I'm just like, no, because a person sees something and has been continuous with a particular company, you defend it, but then jump out the window for other corporations and stuff. I'm gonna keep going back to that. It just doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense. So to say that black men didn't have a right to be bothered by this is a little weird. And ain't nobody taken away from the women. I'm not. And I was bothered by it, but I didn't let that take away from what I was watching. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, this is what it is. I'm gonna run with it. I'm here, I'm watching it. But I think that there needs to be a balance with black male heroes and black women that are heroes. And the thing about it is like Marvel has it seems like any of the black men that are like strong leader type black men, they just get rid of them. I know y'all gonna call me whatever, but I hope you call me that to my face too. Because I know a lot of y'all comic niggas, y'all just be talking real crazy like we ain't never gonna see each other. Like we ain't gonna see each other. Then when we do, y'all just be sitting at y'all little tables quiet and all this other shit. You ain't got none of that shit to say. So it is what it is. Or if you're a fan and you just come to cons, you just walk by, shake your head, and be sweating, taking pictures and smiling. So don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. You ain't got to do all that crazy name calling and shit and talking about folks. But I feel like there needs to be a balance because it's like if they can get a safe Negro, they put him out. Because like Sam, I was going back over it and I'm like, Sam is a fucking idiot. Like in the MCU, he is that safe Negro that a lot of y'all like because he that safe Negro that got proximity to white folks. And y'all be like, ooh, he got the Captain America shield. He went through a couple of little Negro situations and look at him. Look at him. He just handled it with dignity. Fuck that dude. Sam be the ghost with that shit. So it is what it is. I'm not any black dude that say they peace with it, as long as they ain't being too foul about what happened like with the black women and stuff. As long as you ain't being too foul, I feel like you got a legitimate right. I do. So you ain't gonna hear me talk down or you say nothing crazy to you. I'm not playing me. I'm not. I'm not doing that. But for me personally, also when it got rolling. So first part, I don't agree with the T'Challa part. I don't agree with none of that. I understand where some black men are coming from. I do not agree with Chris Gore and them and white folks talking about it's gonna be this and that to black folks. Man, get your ass out of here. You guys got a problem about some other stuff, and I'm gonna get to that. That's not y'all issues. Y'all trying to hide behind black men, but that's not a lot of these white folks' issue. And I'm gonna get to what it is. Now, so that part I don't like. That part, any of that, I don't like. You can call me whatever. Moving on. Everything after that part, when Shuri was doing her thing, I loved it. Like I loved what Shuri was going through. I loved what Okoye was going through. I loved what Ramonda was going through. I loved what Riri was going through. I loved what Namor was going through. I loved all of it. I was like, to me, when I heard them say that was the worst thing in Marvel, that Chris Gordon then lost a lot of credibility with me. I'm like, y'all some motherfucking liars. Well, I'm watching the film, like I'm watching it, and I'm like, okay, when does this get terribly bad? I wasn't crying and my feelings. I ain't that person. Yeah, that movie wasn't gonna do it. But I'm the opposite with I think Wakanda Forever was what Phase 4 should have been. Like, this is me. I'm just saying. I believe that Wakanda Forever was what Phase 4 Marvel should have been. Because from Shuri dealing with what she had to deal with, from Nakia dealing with what she had to deal with, Okoye dealing with everything, Ramonda dealing with everything. All of them are talking about these things that happened after Endgame and how everybody was living, and they sitting down talking about it. And it's like, man, this happened, Killmonger then did this, and then after this happened. And I'm like, thank you. Thank you. I didn't, with everybody else, it didn't seem like it hit for me. It didn't seem like it hit. Not with Sam, not with Loki it kind of did. With Loki it kind of did. But I didn't like, nah, like you ain't really like you can come back, do whatever. It don't hit with you. It didn't. Yeah, and it's like not. I think if they remove Riri, would the movie be the same? See, people said that they didn't. People said that they didn't need Riri, like they could have took her out. But I didn't. I don't. I don't fully agree with that because if they took her out, nobody would have been searching telecon area for vibranium. At least to me. At least me thinking about it. So I liked Riri though. That was the thing. Like I heard people like I didn't like her and this and that. I was sitting here thinking while I was watching her, I was like, okay, I like this girl. Like I like her. Like I like her reaction to most of the stuff. I like how she helped out. I liked all of it. I was like, okay. I like how they didn't fully just put everything with her on Stark. I like that. Even her little goofy suit, her little Wakanda suit. I like that too. Like at first people were like it was trash, this and that, and I was looking at it, I was like, she looked like a Metabot, and I heard that. I heard that it looked like a value brand, this and that and stuff. But to me, it looked like she looked like a black Samus. She looked like she had a whole little Metroid Samus suit. Like that's what it reminded me of. Like yeah. So I was like, it reminded me. She reminded me of Samus's suit. That's what it reminded me of, and I liked everything about her. Like I thought I was gonna be like, I ain't gonna care nothing about her. I ain't gonna this and that, and blah, blah, blah. So, but I was looking at it, and the whole time while I'm watching it, I'm just like, when am I going to start not liking what's actually going on? Like outside of the Chadwick stuff, outside of that, and outside of the like the black men thing. And while I'm thinking about it, folks kept talking about there were no black men. And again, I'm bouncing around. I'm bouncing around. People kept talking about there weren't any black men, but the Jabari were there. And there were black men fighting with them on the boat. The Jabari were there. I understand that some of the people said they were like, "Where are all the men at? Where are all the men at?" And from what I remember, and I could be wrong, they're all recovering from everything that happened in game, and then whatever happened with T'Challa, in game, Infinity War, all that stuff. They're all, and then even some of the stuff with Killmonger. So back to back, Wakanda was ground zero for the mess that was going on in Infinity War, right? Like they were ground zero. In that fight, the Jabari came and helped. There was Zadora, and there was a bunch of Wakandan males fighting. Like there was a bunch of dudes fighting there. Are we forgetting that a lot of the men just could have got mollywopped and killed? Like, are we forgetting that part? Like, I was thinking about it. I'm like, okay, I seen dudes fighting in Infinity War, and then I could be wrong, but I think even some of them, yeah, the Water Tribe was there, and then I even think that some of them were fighting in Endgame, like when T'Challa and them came and they had some more. I know they were there too. Like yeah, like the King's Guard was there too. So I was like, okay, They were there, and there was there, but I'm like, okay, there was a bunch of black men that were in Infinity War and other stuff that could have just got murdered because it was a lot of them fighting. Matter of fact, it was all Wakandans fighting in Infinity War, and it was a bunch of dudes there. So I'm like, okay, they're still recovering, and they're all talking about how they're recovering from everything. Like the whole time, everybody's talking about this happened, that happened. I got this going on. We got this going on, and they're all trying to recover. So I don't, I don't see how. Like to me, in my mind that's what I was thinking because we've seen them, we've seen it. So I didn't count that as. I understand the main black men, but to say that there were none, it was like the Water Tribe was. They were there. The Jabari were there, and I'm just like, huh? And they were saying that I've heard people say that Winston Duke, his M'Baku was like a clown, this and that. He didn't really, but the thing about it was like out the gate, M'Baku and his tribe were never really down there kicking it with the Wakandans like that. He wasn't really down there like that. It was always just kind of like we ain't really with what y'all doing, so we gonna kick it up here and mind our business. We're not gonna get on here and be doing all this stuff with y'all. We'll poke in, we'll talk about what's going on, but we ain't really with y'all like that. So I'm like, what? Like, and I felt like M'Baku was sticking to. They were like, where was all of this? Where was all of the lustful power that he had? And this and that. M'Baku whole time is telling y'all like, hey, look, we need to do this. Okay, just run it up on him. Running up on this C-man ain't gonna work. So let me go and see about this. Okay, y'all can come here and y'all can help, but I'm not. Y'all ain't gonna be staying here like that. So he's making wise decisions the whole time. Like, hey, you can't do this because this is going to cause an issue. Hey, let me come talk to you about what I'm being offered. I don't care. I ain't about to talk about what they. I ain't about to try to even. This is what. That's what I heard. I'm not trying to. I didn't got time to decipher what everybody else said. That's what they said. They said that he was not whatever, and I felt like M'Baku was making wise decisions the whole time because the whole time it was like, look, you can't bring all this on my people, and I ain't trying to get all my people fucked up playing around with y'all. So I was like, I'm not doing all that. I'm not doing all that. And I understood where he was coming from. I understood what M'Baku was saying. I understood where he was coming from. And that was the thing about this movie. Like, I actually understood where everybody was coming from, as far as the Wakandans and everybody, and even Riri. I understood where everybody was coming from. And so I'm just like, when am I supposed to start hating this mess? Like, when am I just going? When is everything that's going to just piss me off hit me? Angela Bassett did an amazing job, and that's just Angela Bassett. I don't know why we play. Oh, Angela Bassett, she did an amazing job. It's Angela Bassett. That's what Angela do. There ain't no stopping her. There ain't no. We've been watching Angela Bassett do her thing since we were children. Like, she ain't gonna come to no role and just be like, she was gonna do her thing anyway. And and I appreciated Angela Bassett. My thing is Angela Bassett always get flowers. Never. I'm not taking nothing away from her, but I'm just saying it's like it ain't a thing where it's like, oh my God, we don't know Angela Bassett. Angela Bassett always gonna do her thing. If Angela Bassett is on a movie, it's like, well, I know she about to act her ass off, but it's not a thing where it's like, oh, we shouldn't say it. But I'm not saying that. But I'm just like, let's not act like we don't know that Angela Bassett is one of the best out there, no matter what the role is. That woman is one of the best. But she did so well, and I was just like, how she dealt with the French in America. I was like, oh, thank God, and her telling them that, yo, y'all ain't gonna do the right thing with this, so I'm not sharing nothing with y'all. I done had all this stuff going on. No, I'm not playing this with y'all. Y'all can go somewhere else with all this mess. We're not playing that. Y'all gonna do trifling shit with this vibranium, and y'all trying to come up here and tell us what we should and shouldn't do, and y'all trying to steal it from us too? Like, come on now. And here's the thing. So I heard but again, she does deserve her flowers. I'm not saying don't give them to her, nothing like that. She did her thing on this one. But she always does her thing. Here's the problem that I think a lot of white people have with this movie. And I'm seeing it, like I said, Chris Gore, good old G4 Chris Gore, now he's doing movie stuff. He lost a lot of credibility with me talking about this movie. And all of them, and him and his little crew that I forgot what it was, that they be doing it. They were doing a bunch of barking, like some dude named Mexican Iron Man and some other folks. And they were talking about wokeness and people need to, and they were talking about how people shouldn't feel bad about this and what happened in the past and this and that. Let me tell you something. The reason why a lot of these folks were mad about this movie and calling it woke, it had nothing to do with no woke nothing. And then it was like, well, they called him colonizer to his face and disrespect. There was only one white man and he was a token white man. It's like, so? Like we've been looking at, we look at this all the time. And so, but the thing about it is, here's what I think the real issue is. The real issue is that all them regular oppressive governments, the US, France, and all these other people or whatever, a lot of them got their asses handed to them by other people that they deem weak. Like the Wakandans got the French and had them come in there and kneel. It's like, we caught what y'all did. They looking like, oh God, we took a L on that. So that was the first one. Then they go over there with this machine that Riri have, and they and again, I'm jumping all over the place. I'm jumping all over the place. Just follow me. It's all of it. I'm not going in order. And then they go over there, out there in the Talokan area, and get jumped by Namor and his people. So they done got their asses kicked by two different groups of non-white people. Two different groups of non-white people. And white folks like this watching this movie and the reviews that they give it, they are mad as hell. And that's what I think it is. I don't think it got nothing to do with no woke, nothing. Y'all taking L's and back-to-back L's in this movie, and they just they just mad. Like, oh, nobody should have to feel it shouldn't because of their race, and this shouldn't be. And that's the thing. This movie, I agree. And that's the thing. This movie made it like an even playing field to where it was like, hey, this happened to them. This can happen to this person. And everybody got it. And I was like, that's what y'all mad about. Because they talked about, black men's going to be mad. Don't try to hide behind black men. Nah, get to the point. This and that with the women and stuff. And the women. And they this is some woke MCU stuff and blah, 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 blah. And then I'm listening to it, and finally it got to the point where they were talking about how white folks got treated. And I was like, yep, there it is, because y'all see them take L's, and y'all see them getting beat up by some black folks, then some Mexican folks, and y'all were just like, no, we can't take this. We got a problem with this. And Ramonda had them coming there kneeling, and they in front of everybody, and they loud. That's what they had a problem with what was it? Was it Idi Amin, I believe it was? Idi Amin had them out there kissing the ring and kneeling and stuff. And I ain't saying he was a perfect dude. I ain't saying that. But the images that he put out to the world when he had them other people, when he had white folks coming out there, they were like, nope, we got to get rid of this Negro. We gotta tear him apart. And again, I'm not saying nothing was right. I'm just talking about the optics of what he was doing when it came to white folks that came to visit him or had any kind of interaction with him out there in Africa. He was on some other shit, and they were just like, nope, we can't have these images. No, we got to stop that. And that's what I felt like was going on with this movie, with a lot of these bad reviews from these white dudes that just barking, just barking, and I'm like, that's wild. So there's that, right? So there's that. She's telling them everything that's going on, and I'm gonna stick on Ramonda real quick. I felt like everything that she was going through was justified too. And one of the things I heard him talking about was like, I kept hearing people say Ramonda did stuff and she like some of the stuff didn't make sense with what she did. And they talked about Ramonda dealing with Okoye. So Okoye goes on a mission. They're trying to find Riri. And Okoye was like, "Look, I'll bring Shuri with me. She need to get out. She need to come with me. We can do it." And Ramonda's like, "Nah, I don't think she should go." And Okoye's like, "Come on, I'll protect her. I'll do my thing." Blah, 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 blah. They go get her. They go find Riri. They get messed up. Namor's people, the Talokan, come get him. She gets separated. Riri, Shuri gets taken to Talokan. Okoye gets brought back to Wakanda. And Ramonda is pissed the hell off. And the thing about it is, like, people, this is me listening. I listen to all of them. I'm telling y'all, I listen to good, bad, ugly, all of it, right? And I'm listening to the good. They're like, it's amazing. I listen to the bad. They were talking about, and even some of the good were like, well, Ramonda did stuff that didn't make any sense. So I'm just like, okay, let me see what she say. I get to the part where Okoye is pleading her case to Ramonda. And it's like, look, I'm your people. I'm good. I'm gonna go back out there and get her. And Ramonda was like, no, no, you done fucked up. You lost my daughter. All this other stuff. And so I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm feeling them. I'm like, and then she was like, you gone. It was like, okay. But then my thing is, Ramonda's reasons made sense. They made perfect sense to me. She was like, you stay, because people said that she was like, well, she said that Okoye stayed loyal to Killmonger, and then she just banished her and stripped her of her whatever. And I was like, okay. So when she was talking, she did say, you stayed loyal to Killmonger and stuff, and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, okay, whatever. But the way the way that Ramonda said it on the movie, I was like, oh, I get that. Because Ramonda was like, look, you stayed loyal to him, to everything to what he was doing. Y'all gallivanting around with him, even though she's staying loyal to the crown. But Ramonda was like, me and my daughter and Nakia, we out in the wild, homeless, in the cold. And like, y'all, you didn't come check on us. You didn't come do nothing. You stayed up here with him, knowing he was wild. And I agreed with her. I was like, oh yeah, y'all, that is some fucked up shit. So from her point of view, I'm like, y'all didn't come and try to get us. Y'all just stayed over here with Killmonger talking about I'm loyal to Wakanda and this and that. I didn't have no place to go. I was the fucking queen. Y'all just left me hanging. What are you talking about? Now you done lost my daughter. You ain't get out of my face. And so I was like, I ain't mad at Ramonda. I felt bad for Okoye, because Okoye was like, man, and this is why I was like, in this movie, I felt everything, the women, the men, I felt every single thing that everybody was talking about. I understood it. And then from Okoye's part, Okoye like, I done lost. And like they said, and then even the elders like, man, she done lost her husband and everything. But her mother was like, she can go where he at. And I was like, yeah, she can. She did. She can go. But then Okoye, I agree with and I agreed with Okoye too. Like, I did what I thought I was supposed to do. I'm loyal to the crown. I'm this and that. I'm a soldier. I'm a general. I'm a military person. So I agreed with what she was saying. So I was this is more of a thing, just like, how this gonna play out? Because I ain't jumping in between none of this, because all of y'all is right. And that's why, again, I felt like this is what Phase 4 should have really been like. Because this was my favorite in Phase 4. I felt like some of the stuff, and I know when I think about it, everybody was dealing with stuff differently, but a lot of the stuff that a lot of them other characters in shows in Phase 4 were dealing with, it was just a bunch of goofy shit. Or the closest one that I'm drifting off a little bit, but the closest one to me that dealt with some of that same stuff was WandaVision. And I didn't even care for WandaVision like that. And my issue was that it's what it's always been with Wanda. She full of shit, and she mad about her imaginary kids, which she had the power to bring them back. Bring them back. Like, there's no reason why you can't magically bring these imaginary kids back. Like, this is stupid. Like, you going through all this and you can just bring them back. The people on Wakanda, they can't bring shit back. And so I agreed with Okoye, and I was just like, okay, I feel where you coming from with that. I agree with Ramonda. And the thing about it, it was like, and again, if y'all ain't seen nothing, I don't know why you on my shit. I don't know why you on my stuff. I don't know why you even here. If you have not seen it, you a goofy motherfucker to keep coming on my stuff, knowing I just run my mouth. So Ramonda dies, and she died in a noble way by helping Riri. And I was like, okay, that's cool. I didn't have no issue with that. And me, I'm always like, yo, folks gotta die. Folks got to die. So we'll leave that there, and I'm gonna go backwards. Namor. I liked it. And at first I didn't know if I was gonna like him. I was like, I don't know. And it's not because of the fish thing and everything. Oh, side thing, Jesus Christ. No, I'll get into that later. But I liked how he introduced himself. He just throwing the plane and stuff and just kind of floating around looking at it and stuff. I liked all of that. I like how the Talokan were introduced because they made them scary. Like, out the gate, I'm like, oh man, they coming here to wreck shop. And it was always a thing where it was like, yo, they are coming to wreck shop. None of this, we just here, you don't know what we want. They coming to wreck shop. And I liked how Namor was just, each time it was like, look, I need this. I'm gonna bust you upside the head. Like, I need you to bring me the scientist or I'm gonna kill you. Like, straight up. And then even when he gets Shuri and he brings it down there, I like the whole conversation they had. One of the other things I had a problem with, though, one of my other issues. So first the Chadwick stuff in the beginning. One of the other things I did have an issue with was the whole underwater thing. That didn't make no sense to me. I was like, why is this shit so damn dark? Like this, like how you gonna make this dark? And then I gotta look at an Avatar trailer where everything is clear. They underwater, everything is clear. Shit. Not Thor. Aquaman was clearer than this, and except for what was when they went to the Dirge or whatever it was, that was kind of dark. But it was a little bit clearer. But I'm looking at Avatar, which I don't want to watch. The first one wasn't amazing to me. I watched it. I'm like, this shit is fucking Dances with Wolves. Like, I don't care about this. Just give me a Native American story if you want to give me this mess. So I was like, nah. But that darkness under Talokan, it took away from seeing what was going on down there. I was like, this is trash. I thought that was horrible. I didn't like that part because it took away from an area that I wanted to clearly see because it looked amazing. And I seen certain things, and what I saw was like, oh yeah, this is cool. I like this. I like seeing all these people. I like their little handshake, their little. I liked all that. Yeah, I did notice that too. It did look like they were like, but so I was like, okay, I thought that was whatever. But I was in the movie, so it didn't stop me. It didn't stop me like, man, this is the worst. Ah, they didn't stop any of that. So even when he's talking to Shuri. Here's another, and before I get back to that, another thing I kept hearing, like from the bad side, before I watched it, from the bad side, I keep hearing folks say that Namor's motive didn't make sense. And a lot of people that are saying it, again, is white folks. A lot of white folks talking about Namor's motive didn't make sense. What? His motive made perfect sense. Like, I was like, I don't understand. So, I'm watching it whole time. I'm watching it, and I'm like, okay, let me get to where they say, when Namor gets to where he's saying what's happening and how he feels about everything. And so he's talking about it. He's riding around showing Shuri everything. And he's telling her and showing her Talokan was like, hey, I got to protect my people. I got to do all this. This is why I do what I do. I can't let the above folks come down here and mess up folks up. Because if they find me, they're going to hurt my people. And I ain't with that. So when I was little, the shaman did this. He gave him with the herb. Gave my mama the stuff. She didn't really want to take it. Gave it to her. She was pregnant with me. She drank it, turned me into a mutant. We went underwater. They came after drinking the herb stuff from the shaman and everything. We have to go underwater. We stayed down there years. I was a little child. My mother died. She was whatever. She wanted to go back to the land where she came from. She wanted me to bury her there. I go back and I see these Spanish slavers and stuff messing over my people. So I wreck shop and I kill them. Now, it's always go and it's look, I like the movie and everything, but me personally, when you come to my space in my area, it's always going to be fuck Wakanda. I don't care how you feel. I don't care who you like. I like all of them in this film. I like all them black women. They did an amazing job. Outside of the beginning part, everything with T'Challa was bullshit. And everything, the other stuff I'm gonna get to, bullshit. But the women, I love them. I like, oh, but it's fuck Wakanda. I don't care how y'all spin it. It's always gonna be fuck Wakanda because they knew about slavery and other things that was going on in Africa, and them niggas didn't do nothing. They didn't do nothing. They just kind of, we ain't gonna go out and do anything about it. We advanced. That's them over there. We ain't fuck them niggas. Like it's always fuck Wakanda. I don't care how much I like Rwanda. I don't care how much I like Nakia. I don't care how much I like Okoye. I don't care how much I like Shuri. I don't care how much I like the Jabbar. I don't care how much I like M'Baku. T'Challa is fuck them niggas. Fuck them. They didn't do nothing. Nothing when them other black folks got taken, they didn't do nothing. Nothing. They should have brought Killmonger back to life. Goofy ass motherfuckers. So it's fuck Wakanda. You ain't gonna see me Wakanda forever. Fuck that. No fucking Wakanda forever. I'll never do that shit. Never. Ain't nothing. No. And the reason why I'm barking about this now is because Namor as a child went back to bury his mother, seen that his people above ground that looked like him was getting fucked over, and as a child, he wiped them out. I'm like, what? As a child, he wiped them out. He was like, no, y'all not gonna come up here. And if y'all, he was like, no, I'm a baby. I'm a little, he looked like he was in his age could have been, it could have been whatever. I don't know. Because they said he'd been around, 500 years or more? So who knows? Who knows what, when they showed it, who knows what his age was? You know what I'm saying? And y'all can throw it out, but he didn't look like he was like body wise. He looked like he wasn't no more than 10, maybe 11. I'll say 10, just like an average 10-year-old. He'd come up here, see his people, where his people were from, and see them getting messed up, and he wrecked shop. Ain't no, my people underwater, and my mama, she wanted to come up here, but that's their problem. So I'm gonna come back, or I'm gonna bury my mama over here, and yeah, I'm gonna just that's their problem. How? Like how? And y'all get up here, well, they're fuck Wakanda. And then they was killing the folks. The black folks is trying to do something about it. They causing issues with Killmonger's pops and stuff. I don't give a fuck how he did it. I don't care. You can explain it all. You can explain it away all you want to. He didn't know. For me, I sympathize with him more than anything else. Because, look, I don't know how I'm going to help these people. And my wife is a Black American. But something got to get done. Something got to get done because the people, my people ain't going to do nothing. So I need to figure out something to help them because I see what they're going through. And we just stood by and didn't do nothing. Like, how is this right? So we go back to y'all got a problem with Killmonger and all these other folks, but then tell us we crazy for not rocking with Wakanda because these motherfuckers let slavery happen and didn't do nothing. Exactly. He did what they couldn't do, and I thought that was. I found that noble as hell. So his motives was, look, I'm not letting them. I seen what they did to my people and where my people came from. I seen what they did. I'm not letting them come down here. I'm not gonna let them come down here because I know that we got this. We got vibranium, and I know they ain't gonna do nothing good with it. They not coming down here, and anybody that's gonna get them is gonna even remotely let them get around this area. I'm wiping them out. His motives were perfect. I'm not letting these white folks come down here. I'm just not. I'm not letting them come down here because I know what they're gonna do. I'm always gonna agree with Killmonger. I don't care. Like, I don't care what nobody say. I will always agree with Killmonger. Not necessarily saying that, like when I say he was right, I'm not necessarily talking about he needed to go kill everybody and this and that. I ain't talking about that. No, I'm not talking about that. But like, and my thing is always this: y'all be hopping out the window. Y'all be hopping out the window with trying to prove that y'all be hopping out the window trying to prove that Killmonger was wrong, but then y'all same motherfuckers be sitting here talking about how much y'all like the Joker. Nah, he was right. Like I don't care. Like I don't like. I'm not. It's like I'm not. No. He was right. And the thing about it was like Namor was doing the same thing. Namor was like, no, I'm not gonna have It was Namor was like, I'm not having these motherfuckers come around here. They not coming around here. They not coming around here. And if I have to wipe out all of them, I will do it. And so like my man was saying earlier, it's like he did I mean, I'm aware that they aren't in the same league, but the thing about it is that how y'all say whatever about the Joker, but y'all got all these problems with Killmonger. Like, exactly like they like the Joker and they be understanding and sympathizing with him, but then with Killmonger, oh, he was just wrong. He was just, but then the Joker as well, he was this, and then he was a artist, and then he lost his family, and then look at the Joker movie. Look at all the stuff he went through. I can understand that. It's just one bad day. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. But and that's just where I'm coming from. But Namor did what he needed to do to keep these people away from his people. And I fully agree with his motive about I fully agree with his motives on that's what exactly. That's what they want to do. As soon as they came in, as soon as they even opened up that it was, hey, let's be friends and let's do this and that and that and this no, I'm not, and I'm not even talking about. I'm not talking about like acting and stuff. And then no, but even Legends Joker. I'm just talking about Joker in general. Like there's no. Let's not folks be acting like everybody got a man a Joker and this and that. But I'm not getting into that. I'm not getting into that. I'll talk about that another time. I agreed with Namor, and I agreed with him telling him like, yo, if you do X, Y, and Z, I'ma kill you. If you tell anybody about me, I'ma kill you. If you don't give me that girl, we gonna have an issue, and I'm gonna kill you. And then when he went up to Ramonda and said, if you send any of your people here and they do anything to my people, I'm gonna kill you. And everything, and I agreed with Namor because he got his people to protect. And that's the thing that I liked about Killmonger too. It was like, yo, even though his shit was selfish, I know his stuff was selfish. I know it. Yeah, y'all be talking like I didn't see what I saw. I know that. I just don't care. Like I just don't care because I agree with what he was saying. I agree with how he was doing stuff, and all of this is part of wrecking shop. If you gonna go and do it, just go and do it. Just do it. And that's what Namor was doing. Namor was like, if you do this, I'm gonna kill you. If you don't give me this, I'm gonna kill you. And every time they did or went against what he said, he did what he said he was gonna do. Nakia go down there, blast two of their people, and the other people. I also like Atuma and Namora. I really liked Atuma and Namora because I was like, Atuma was just boxing Okoye up. She was hanging with him, but Atuma was like, "Look, I'm here to tear shit up, and that's all I got. Like this man tell me what to do. I don't. We know. I'm just going by what we got right now. We know Atuma causes issues later on. We know that. We know Atuma ain't shit. But at, at the moment, excuse me, at the moment he was doing his thing, and Namora, oh my god, like she was on Namor's ass, and I agreed with her. I was like, what? This motherfucker come down here and kill some of our people? Look, I've been ready to run up on motherfuckers for the longest. You need to do something about this. And I agreed with her. Like, no, they're not going to come down here because we not going to have this shit. We not going to have it. They not coming down here. We not going to do all this back and forth. We ain't them. And I agreed with the people. If I had to pick a side, I would have been out there just, my black ass with on the beach. If I had to pick a side, I'm going with them because I agree with like, yo, you don't see his people down there like fucked up and messed up and everything. He's like, yo, I like my people. I love my people. I'm this and that. And this is what I don't get about. See, this is why I can't rock with y'all. With what y'all be talking about. Y'all be talking this. Killmonger wasn't it? Killmonger does. Y'all be talking that sensitive shit. But the whole time, folks like Namor and everybody, he got a bunch of people that's riding with him, and he out killing and taking heads off. But him and his people are rocking. Him and his people ain't getting messed up, lived in no jacked up situation and stuff. Y'all keep playing this sensitive ass shit where no, we can't. If you kill everybody, and then if you take an eye and then you poke it, and then the other person do it too, and then we all go fuck that. I'm taking everybody else's eyes. I'm not. No, it ain't no eye for eye shit. I'm taking everybody else's eyes. As a matter of fact, I'm taking their whole heads off. I'm taking their whole heads off. We're not playing all that. Namor was out wiping whole groups of people out, wiping motherfuckers out, and his people still follow him. His people still love him, and he's still taking care of them people. What does any of that killing these motherfuckers have to do with what y'all talking about? And Namor ain't even. Namor taking care of his people, and he told them like, look. My people, you ain't gonna win because I got a bunch of people that's ready to fight. And I respected that. Wakanda was weak. And they were weak in this movie too. They were weak. Them niggas was weak. 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 Because I'm like, every time when it comes to dealing with him, we don't know what to do with this. And I think and me and my lady was talking about it, and the part of it was because Wakanda was just like, okay, we by ourselves, we got these good fighters, but we ain't really had to deal with nothing. Namor the whole time was like, look, I know where these people coming from. I know what they gonna do. No, you ain't coming here. So Nakia kills him. Nakia kills some of their people. They go up there. He run up in Wakanda, tear shit up, kill and fuck up everybody. Goes for Ramonda. And the thing about it is like, what I liked about Namor is that he ran through shit and he went right at Ramonda. It was like, y'all go handle this, take out these other people. I'm going where I said I was going to go. I told you that if you bring any of your people down here, if I see a ship, a boat, or anything, I'm killing you. Came in there, and I told y'all, I made the post. I said, if he does not say Imperious Rex, shit gonna be trash. And sure enough, he said it. He said it twice. The first time they didn't show them, I could be wrong. Second time they put the translations up. The first time when he threw the bombs, the little water bomb, I did like them water bombs too. And the other thing I liked about the Talokans was, y'all know me, I love orcas. And when they first came up with that orca on the bridge, I was like, ah! Because the orca is my spirit animal. That is my fucking spirit animal. If there ever was one. Orca is my spirit animal. That's the animal I saw going through my purple belt test in jiu-jitsu. I was like, I'm so done. I'm so done. It was like I just kept seeing orcas. I don't know why at the time, but I just kept seeing orcas. I was like, oh God. Oh, Jesus. My chest, everything hurt. I would try not to get tossed on my head during this purple belt test. I just kept seeing orcas. It was like I closed my eyes, I'd be, oh God, it was orcas. And my man Jake was like, find the spirit animal. I was like, I've been seeing it. It's an orca. And so I see that. I was like, these niggas is riding on orcas and shit. I'm like, this shit is amazing. And so he's wrecking shop. He's tearing up everything. He drowns Ramonda, and just everything he tells him after that. I was like, look, bury your dad. She's dead. I'm coming back in a week. And I ain't done because y'all play games with me. This is what you get. And I was just like, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for keeping your word. And I like Ramonda, but I was like, oh well, this is like you didn't have to kill him. You didn't have to kill him. You could have had something that was non-lethal or something, or what she did say at the range it was at, it was going to be whatever. But you could have helped him. You could have did whatever. But that's the difference with running up on people that ain't, like M'Baku said. It was like, yo, they see this dude as a god. This is what they got. Like they don't have nobody else. They got this man. They see him as a god. They ain't gonna. But we're gonna get to that. So, and I'm just like, this is why I don't agree with. This is why I do not agree with the whole Killmonger wrong. And he was wrong. But name more of his people was doing it. So his people weren't living in filth and just fucked up. They ain't letting that, they killing everybody that come too close. And then y'all talking Namor was wrong. He just wrong and doing people like that. He can't be doing this, people. He's killing everybody and he's gonna kill everybody. Then what he gonna do? Jesus. God. Jesus. He wrong. Okay. But Namor doing it. And he's still alive and he gonna do more of it. But Black folks, I swear for God. I swear for God. He wrong. He can't kill these people. Why? Why? He can't be doing that. He was scared of white folks. He was talking about killing them white folks. Namor killing white folks. Namor killing whole ships of white folks. Killing whole ships of white folks. They get too close. He killing the white folks under the water. He taking their suit. He put shit in their suit. He was like, "You can come up, man. It's gonna crush you. It's gonna tear your body apart. You can come under though. We got one of them suits." I was like, "Holy shit!" He just put her in a suit that he just killed the people in. I was like, "This is wild. They more a wild motherfucker." And so y'all looking at it, and this is my thing. Y'all looking at it, and you like, "Oh man. Namor's cool," but y'all just condemned Killmonger for talking about doing the same shit. Like, Namor's cool. I like Namor. He was badass. He was flying his little hummingbird toes, and he was doing all this different, a bang and a boom. And he stuck M'Baku in the chest. Like, oh, I was like, oh man, he was badass. Killmonger, fuck that nigga. He shouldn't have been doing none of that. He gonna kill all them white folks today, right? But Namor is doing it. Namor is doing it. And I agree with Namor. He's seen what they did to his people. Same thing with Killmonger. Killmonger lived in it. His pops even seen it. It was like, yo, these motherfuckers is wild. They doing all these other people that look like us and everything. They doing them dirty. We got to do something about this. Namor do something about it. His daddy tried to do something about it. Y'all talk about how bad Killmonger is, but then I don't want to see none of you motherfuckers say nothing about liking Namor. None of you Killmonger was wrong, motherfuckers. Keep your hands off of Namor. Don't say you liked him. Don't say none of that. None of that. Don't do none of that. Don't do none of it. How? He showed you 2 separate times with the people that came looking for the vibranium. He killed all of them. Him and his people killed all of them. I know they will. Him and his people killed all of them. Then he showed you with the Spaniards back in the day when he was a child. And he seen what they were doing to his people. He was like, nope, I can't have this. These niggas is done, dead. Killed them. Killed all them people that was doing all enslaving to his people. And Killmonger, you watched him show you that he did it, and y'all like, Namor is so amazing. He's awesome. He's cool. This guy's amazing. Oh, Namor is he was terrified. He was awesome. Blah, 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 blah. Then Killmonger talk about doing it, and y'all like, no, this is wrong. He didn't kill the white folks. He's talking about killing white. Is it right to kill all them people? Is it right to do that? Is it right the way he go about it? We just watched Namor do it, and now y'all talking about he amazing. Y'all make me sick. Make me sick. Is it just because it's not a black person that makes it cool? Like, is it because it's not a black person that makes it cool? Like I even see some of y'all, man, I like Namor, but then you're gonna talk about Killmonger wrong. I'm gonna stay on it, not right now, but I'm gonna always talk about it. I'm gonna move on. So I agreed with his motives, and people talking about people that were down in the movie saying his motives didn't make sense, and it was mainly coming from white folks again. His motives made perfect sense. I got my people to protect. I seen and I know the stories of what they did to my people before when we were on land and stuff. I came up there and I seen what they were doing to my people. I'm not letting them come down here and do this to us because they know we got vibranium and stuff. It's not happening. I'm just not letting that happen. And whoever I gotta kill, whoever I gotta keep away from, they not coming down here. You see these kids and stuff. You see these families and stuff that I got down here. You see this civilization that we got, that we minding our business. You see what we got down here. I ain't letting none of y'all come down here and mess that up. I agree with Namor. So he kills Ramonda. All this stuff is going on, right? So now go to Shuri. I understood everything Shuri was going. I understood everything Shuri was talking about. And everything that she said that they showed that she was going through, because it's like, yo, I was gone. I come back, get whatever my brother. Then my brother dies. Again, like I said, I don't like that part. I don't like none of that. I thought it was trash. But it is what it is. But she's like, my brother dies. My people going all over the place and it's messed up. They jacked up. Everything is going on. Nobody's gotten together and not because they weren't trying to. But everybody is trying to figure out what's happening after the whole in-game stuff, the Killmonger stuff, him coming causing issues, and then with T'Challa dying as well. All of this is going on, and everybody in Wakanda is trying to deal with it. Shuri's trying to deal with it, and it's like I'm just getting hit back to 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 back, and I can't. I'm not getting no rest. Then Namor pop up. Take you trying to help somebody else and still dealing with the stuff with your brother a year later, then your mama died. Then this wild dude out of the water come and kill your mama now. Even though you were trying to help, the people down there. Like, yo, when Nakia's taken away, she's like, hey, let me help. Like, no, we gotta go. And I understood Nakia's part too. No, we got to go. I understood. Like, it was weird. Like, I understood what everybody stood on in this movie. I personally understood it. Whether I fully agreed with it or not, I understood it. And it's like, what are we talking about? Shuri had to go through all of this mess. And then so she's trying to figure out, okay, how do I save them? I don't want to do nothing with this herb stuff, but then I gotta figure out how to do this. I gotta do whatever my brother did. My mama just died. You know what? Let me just try this Black Panther shit. And I agree with her not be really following it either. Cause like, that's not what I do. I don't care about all that. This ain't me. And I respect it when they was like, when she finally synthesized the herb from the stuff that Namor gave her. I fully understood Shuri being like, no, don't bury me. I don't do this shit. I don't do all this shit. So she finally gets to the point where she's like, okay, I'll do this Black Panther shit. See if it works. Synthesize it. We'll see if it works. All this other mess. Let's do it. And she goes to the ancestral plane, and she sees Killmonger. I was like, because I knew it was gonna happen, but I was like, that was so funny to me because it was like you don't see none of these. Oh, my youngest in there hollering and playing and stuff. And I'm like, you go through all of this, and I know it's because of the rage you felt. I know it's because of all of that. But Jesus, of all the people to see, and the thing about it is, again, I agreed with what Killmonger was saying. It's like, yo, you got this dude, y'all got all this, y'all were weak when it came to a lot of stuff, and they were. Wakanda was weak. I don't care how you try to spin it, you know. All right. They kept letting stuff happen that just didn't need to happen. All this advanced shit, all these warriors, but every time something came to their door, they just didn't know how. We don't know what to do, and we just hard, and we got really, like, really, that's what's happening. So I'm like, okay, all right. So she and Kim Marcus is basically like, look, you're gonna do what I do. They don't have the guts to do it. You're gonna do what needs to be done or not. I don't know what that girl's mad about. But I agreed though. It's like, look, y'all don't have to do what you got to do because this ain't working. What y'all doing ain't working. So she takes it and she becomes Black Panther. All that stuff. All of that was cool. All of that was cool. It was fine and stuff. So they get to the last little fight where she goes and like I said, I'm jumping around. This is just me talking about everything. And a whole time I like it. Like y'all folks will get me talking shit and complaining and doing what I do. What I do, y'all get that misconstrued like I'm saying like your shit was terrible. No, I like it. I just talk about the stuff that I don't like and I do like. I'm not the type of person who's just gonna be like, it was amazing. Y'all just tripping. It's not what I do. Even some of my favorite stuff. Berserk is one of my favorite animes, TV shows, whatever, of all time. And I have issue with that. My favorite. And I can sit here and talk about all the issues that I had with Berserk. And I love Berserk. Love it. Not like love Berserk. Berserk is my shit. So, man, just because y'all turn it around and then be like, oh, you hate it. Goofy motherfuckers. Sensitive motherfuckers. So she goes and she fights him and they figure out a way to basically weaken him enough a little bit. And I'm like, okay, all right. And before that, M'Baku, she's telling M'Baku, like, yo, you're going to have to help me because I'm going to kill this motherfucker. And M'Baku's like, no, don't do that. And I agree. I understand what he was saying. I don't agree. I understood what he was saying, but I didn't agree because I felt like at the end, if she would have killed him, Namor, they could have dealt with Atuma and Namora. They actually could have dealt with them, but that's not whatever. So she gets him, does whatever, fights him, gets stabbed, and then lives and all so. And people were complaining about that too. They were like, Shuri got stabbed, and then she just took it like it was nothing. Like it's just that action. I'm like, wait a minute. The way that people were explaining it, the people that were saying they hated the movie, the way they were explaining her getting stabbed was like she didn't have the Black Panther's powers or something, and her suit was just doing all of it. I'm like, wait, but having like, am I wrong that maybe I'm missing something? But when folks have the power of the Black Panther, it gives them a certain amount of resistance and durability to take what other people couldn't. Like, that's what I thought. And plus the suit that she got with the nanites. So if it wasn't deadly and it didn't hit any organs, what's the problem? And she was still limping around like she was fucked up, but she got the Black Panther's power, which helps her heal and the suit. So I'm like, what? And also, we just what? So it doesn't. So folks are saying that it didn't make sense with Shuri. It didn't make sense with Shuri being able to take the poke, but it made sense when they took the balls, the beads, and healed Ross when he got shot, and they said he basically would have died. Like, it made sense for it to save the white dude, But when Shuri gets stabbed, it don't make no sense. When she got a whole suit of it and the powers of the Black Panther, it didn't make sense. Like, I'm not understanding. I'm not understanding where that's coming from. I don't understand it. But whatever. I liked the infight. It was cool and stuff. And again, M'Baku and his people were there at the end fight. So they were like, there wasn't any men. Like, but they were there. So it just didn't bother me as much as people said it would. And even though I understand, and again, I'm not taking no away from nobody to say that. I will not. You ain't gonna catch me. Y'all niggas is wrong. Y'all shouldn't be saying that. No. They have legit concerns, and I understand it. But I'm not gonna take from them for what they saying. But my thing is, when it got to the point at the end fight and she didn't kill Namor, I was like, now I understand why, and they'll have other movies with him, and he'll do more stuff and all this other stuff, and he'll be in. But I'm like, of all the people that you don't kill this guy. Like, he came and killed your mama. What is with them niggas at Wakanda not killing these people? That is just wrecking shop on their family. Like, what? Like, T'Challa's daddy get killed, and they did, exactly. She was like, I bugged the bees before, like, but and nobody noticed that at all. That's like that didn't seem right. That was a little goofy. I agree. I was like that when she said I had him bugged the whole time. I was like, what? That don't make sense. But I'm like, what? I'm like, what these niggas in Wakanda? Zemo kill your daddy? Nothing. Claw killed what's his name? Wakabi's people, his dad in that explosion, and nothing. Namor kill your mama, and nothing. But T'Chaka was quick to kill his brother. But Killmonger was wrong. All right. Wakabi like, hey, you gonna bring Claw back because he killed my people? Well, I can't, man. Get out of here. Killmonger talk about, hey, man, he didn't even, the dude that killed his daddy, he kept him alive. The dude that killed your mama, you kept him alive. But he wrong? Yo, Jesus. This is, Killmonger did what he did. Killmonger did what he needed to. He did do what he needed to. And I agree with Killmonger. Because he's like, yo, you let these people do this to your people, and y'all just poke it. Open it and poke it. To see if the stuff is soft. I'm cooking lasagna now. I got it in a slow cooker, so yeah. And so I'm just like, what? Like, it doesn't make sense. It does, like, these people are coming in here killing y'all people, and y'all just leaving them alive. But then you was quick to kill your own brother. Bang, kill your brother, leave his son, and do all this stuff, and then y'all just keep going down doing the same shit. And then I gotta listen to niggas on Facebook talk about how Killmonger was right when your mama got killed, and then you ain't kill him. You're not gonna do nothing to this person. And this person is gonna keep coming at you. And see, if it was Namor, he would have killed her, and I would have been like, hey, if he would have killed her at the end, I was like, well, that was a good ending. I would have personally loved it, because he told him the whole time, if you do this to me, I'm killing you. If you hurt me, I'm killing you. If you come after my people, I'm killing you. If you tell anybody we exist, I'm killing you. And he kept doing what he said he was going to do. None of that hero story shit affects me. Because I'm like, to a certain point, you're an idiot. You're an idiot because you're trying to deal in the world that's not going to deal with you the same way. And I'm just like, no, that's stupid. So when Killmonger was telling her everything, I agree with him on that too. I'm like, you're gonna have to do something about it. And at the end, when she didn't do anything, I'm like, oh God, y'all Wakanda niggas, y'all weak. Y'all is a wild brand of weak. And I can't agree with that. I was with Killmonger, y'all. Your daddy did this. Your daddy killed my pops on some whole shit. Your brother couldn't kill the person that killed your people. Wakabi was glad to see me because I killed the person that killed his daddy, and then this dude done killed your mama, and you gonna do what you got to do or not? You're talking, he wrong. He wrong. He wrong. He ain't driving people. He ain't killing people. Why he do that? Why? Spare y'all something else. Y'all, I can't get with it. I can't get with it. Not when people are losing their lives. Not when people close to you losing their lives. It means everybody else is like, no, we're not going through that. No. So basically, even with like Ross, the only person, like, I didn't think Ross's story, like his little stuff, they could have took Ross completely out. I was like, okay, I know that having Valentina there is kind of setting up the whole setting up the Thunderbolts and having it to where they'll go in and do certain things. That makes sense. So I mean, it is what it is, but it was whatever. So I'm trying to get to some other stuff. And then Nakia. So Nakia is off. I'm trying to think about, and then they got Michelle's character, was that Io's girlfriend, Anika or something. Then she didn't bother me. That stuff with them too. I knew it was like that from the comic book. It was whatever. None of that bothered me. The suit that they had, that didn't bother me because that was the Midnight Angels or something. That didn't bother me because that was in the comic book too. That was whatever. And I actually like that too. So again, everything I'm seeing, I'm like, when is it supposed to hit me that I'm not supposed to like this? This ain't, because that's just me. That's just me. I have my issues. I understand what black men are talking about. I understand about it not being not having strong black men that were where they're not just not having black men there. I understand all that, but I still liked it. Like, I still thought it was cool. And so I'm not gonna argue. Like, again, anybody get on my page and talk about that. I ain't about to argue with you about it because I understand where you're coming from. And so Nakia wasn't anywhere. She was in Haiti. Pop up, blah 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 blah. She comes, she helps, she causes part of the war. Nakia's the one that caused the war for killing the Talokan that was guarding Riri and Shuri. And well, not necessarily Nakia. It was Ramonda too. She sent her down there. So they do that, get down there, and towards the end, just because she was there, she fought, she did some stuff, and then towards the end, Shuri finds out that she has a nephew. Nakia has a. I don't know. I don't think that she said that they were married or whatever, but that didn't. I was like, I didn't go that far into thinking about it, but I understand. And like you said, she got T'Challa has a son, and his name is Prince T'Challa. His name is T'Challa, but his Haitian name is Toussaint, which I like. I liked all that part and everything, and that was whatever. That was the movie. So now I'm just getting to some other shit real quick. The reason why I say Killmonger was right again, and why I still say Killmonger was right, is because T'Challa went out of his way to keep his son away from Wakanda. So his son, him and Nakia and them talked about that they wanted to, well, she said that T'Challa said he wanted to have the boy see the world so that he wouldn't just have the view of Wakanda, so that he can see everything else. And it was, and I say that because Killmonger came to T'Challa and was like, yo, all this stuff is going on with people that look like us, and y'all ain't doing nothing. Y'all sitting here well and good, and none of y'all ain't doing nothing. And then when you just hanging out, You knew about the stuff that was going on. Y'all ain't doing, again, y'all not doing nothing. Y'all not doing nothing. So what am I, like, I don't have to respect none of y'all. Y'all ain't doing nothing to help people that look like us. And so T'Challa goes and he in the first movie, he goes and tells his father and them, like, y'all were wrong. Y'all were wrong about what y'all did and where y'all treat him and leaving him behind because that was one of us, and then not helping these people. We didn't know. All of us didn't know what was going on. Y'all knew what was going on. We was tradition, and we had the Killmonger ain't right, but T'Challa sent his son to get the perspective of other black folks, and of all the places he sends them to Haiti to get the perspective of other people around the world, black folks. Like Killmonger was saying, there's black folks all over around the world that look like us, that's going through worse shit, and y'all ain't doing nothing. Y'all sitting here chilling. But so that his son can get a different perspective, he sends him to Haiti, of all places that's fucked up, and not because of the Haitian people, because the Haitian people have always tried to fight for themselves and do whatever. They've always tried to. And but it's messed up. And the boy is going to learn all this stuff that's going on, even though he's pretty sure he's taken care of, but that's my thing. Like Haiti, like all the place, and I don't have an issue, but I still feel like it was because of the influence of Killmonger. Like, yo, I I need this boy to see different perspectives. So when it's time for him to come back to, um, when it's time for him to come back to Wakanda, he'll have a perspective of helping all of these people that look like us and not just worrying about Wakanda. That's what, because T'Challa was like I said, T'Challa was like, y'all didn't do the right thing. We should have been helping, and we could have did more to help these people. And there was something that Nakia was talking about too, but she was still just doing stuff in Africa. She wasn't out going out. She was out saving women in Africa and not leaving them, but then leaving them in the woods, in the jungle, stranded. Are they gonna drive the car? Anyway, but I think that's Killmonger's influence. Like, let me get this boy away from. Plus, if they would have knew that he existed with all the stuff, with all the turmoil and everything that's going on in Wakanda, they would have had a baby Joffrey on their hands, a little black Joffrey. They would have had a little black Joffrey because they're like, he the king, he the rightful king. We got to put him in place, and they had a little black Joffrey tearing up Wakanda. So that's why I say, and that's why after this movie, I say Killmonger was still right. Because he take his son, places him in Haiti amongst some of the worst shit that's going on to black people in the world, and that has happened to black people. He gonna learn the stuff about them. And again, that's not them black folks' fault. Them black folks in Haiti have always fought. Nothing but respect for for Toussaint, for Jean-Jacques Dessalines, all that. For Bookman, all that. Like, so no crazy talk. But I think that was a good idea for T'Challa to be like, I need this boy to have a different perspective so that he can actually help everybody. I didn't see all this, but now that this man came in here and told me all of it, that caused all these issues and fucked up my home. I need to see what's going on because my people didn't do nothing about it. So we'll do whatever. So we're going to handle that. And that's why I say Killmonger was right. He's still right. No matter how you weren't right, he's wrong. Don't say nothing about liking Namor then. But, and so going back to Namor, the reason why I'm like, yo, she needed to kill Namor is, and this is just me talking from knowing Namor's character, is that motherfucker crazy. Like, Namor is crazy. Like, there's no, hey, even Namora came back and like, man, you kneeled to these motherfuckers and this and that. And they were like, man, we're gonna have if they do, they gonna have to help us. And Namor know good well it ain't that. Namor, when it comes to the Thunderbolts or something, y'all talking about, well, she didn't need to kill him. And I understood what M'Baku was saying. Didn't agree, but I understood what M'Baku was saying about the other people coming. But yo, when everything happens with the Thunderbolts and everything, Namor gonna get another. Y'all gonna see another person from Wakanda. I don't know who or what. You will see another one of them get murdered. Like Namor is going to get them back, and he is going to get them back in the worst possible way that he can think of. And the thing about it is, like, Namor ain't going to sneak away. He gonna let it be known. It's not like they're gonna be there, and Namor just gonna walk out the room and let somebody get messed up or something. It's like she should have killed him. Like Killmonger said, you should have handled your business with this guy, and she did not. She did not, and it's going to come back to bite her in the butt. It just is. No matter how we try to swing it, she should have killed him because they could deal with Namora and Atuma. Because if you can deal with Namor, you can deal with them other two. They're a lot more upfront, and they can't even last on land like Namor could. So you could have easily dealt with and took them out. But it's too like Namor. If anybody needed to die, it was Namor. You had him, but you know, Killmonger is the worst, but Namor run around killing everybody. Jesus Christ. I'll just be messing with y'all. I'll be talking shit, y'all. I'll just be talking shit. That's all. I'll just be talking shit. But so I'm just like she should have gotten rid of that guy because he's going to cause problems. And Killmonger was right. He was right that yo, you better do something. Because you got what they don't got. Because if not, y'all gonna pay. You can't keep killing my people, and I'm just gonna be fine with that. So all in all, I didn't like it. So all in all, just to bring everything around, I'll be talking about. I know I'll be back and forth with people all the time about this. But I'm just gonna say that the beginning, I understood what people were talking about recasting T'Challa. Oh, I wouldn't. I wouldn't care. I wouldn't care. I wouldn't care. I wouldn't care. I really wouldn't. I just wouldn't. I'm cool. I'm cool whether he there or not. I don't know. I wasn't mad today. I was mad. Only thing, no, I wouldn't have cared because he needed to die. Namor needed to die, and I liked Namor. I liked him, but he still needed to die. He still needed to die. So he needed to die, but he didn't. So I mean, he gonna come back and wreck shop some more. So it is what it is. I've Wakanda gonna go through some more. So it is what it is. So I understand that what people were saying about recasting T'Challa. I fully agree with them. I fully agree. I did not like that. Y'all can call it whatever. I didn't like that part. That's the first thing I didn't like. I didn't like the underwater shots. Trash. I didn't like how they handled whatever with Bozeman and stuff. That was trash. And I didn't like that she didn't kill Kim. I didn't like that she did not kill Margaret. She didn't kill Namor. The ending part was cool. It didn't bother me. And I know why. You know, I understood why. It's not like I don't understand in other movies and then the other fights. It's not like I don't understand. Motherfuckers get on there. You don't understand. I'm telling you, I do understand. Me personally, I just would have had to kill him because you killed my mama. You got to die. There's no, you got to die. So I didn't like that part. But that was just a subjective thing, you know, and which all of this is subjective to me and how I feel about everything. But that was just a thing where I was like, nah, you should have killed him. Should have killed him. You should have did like Killmonger said. Is equivalent to the Dark Knight. I don't see that. I'm not saying that you're wrong. I just don't see it. And maybe I need to go back. But I'm pretty sure you'll explain. You're more than welcome to explain. So maybe I can. I don't. Okay. The Dark Knight. Mm. Okay, maybe. I'm still. It's still not hitting me yet. I gotta stew on that one. I gotta sit back and think about that one a little bit. I'm not. But in no way am I saying you're wrong. But no, that don't. It's just not. It's just not hitting right now. I'm not. It's not hitting. Like some parts, I'm like, okay, I get it, but it's not. It's not fully getting in my mind grapes right now. It's not fully getting in there. So I'm gonna have to think about that one. I'm gonna think about that. But I thought the movie was cool. I understood where they were coming from. I understood what they were hitting as far as grief from like all the other stuff and all the other movies. I understood what they were going through compared to the other movies. Like I didn't like the Thor shit. It was a big fucking clown show, and I was like, this is dumb as hell. What the fuck is you doing, bro? Like this is stupid. They were playing too much. Doctor Strange was just kind of. I thought Doctor Strange was cool. Doctor Strange was cool, but I was like, the stuff that Peter was doing was dumb on his movie. Even though I like Spider Man and I like Doctor Strange too. I like Doctor Strange too. Um, I um uh I didn't like the stuff with like I liked Miss Marvel. The stuff with She Hulk, I was like, yeah. Um, and then even the closest one that I felt like dealt with like the grief and stuff was WandaVision. And I didn't like WandaVision because I don't like Wanda. And I still think and as far as like dealing with the aftermath of Endgame, I felt like Black Panther handled it Wakanda Forever handled it the best because everybody was like visibly and they all had legitimate reasons for why they were bothered. And then when Nakia and Okoye were talking about, man, after the stuff with Thanos and this and that, I was like, I feel them ladies on that. I feel them on that. I understand what they're saying. I was like, I feel them on that. But like y'all were talking about, man, Wanda and the grief and this and that. I didn't understand. I don't give a fuck about Wanda's grief because your goofy ass can bring them imaginary kids back. Like you have the power to bring them back. Like I don't understand why we have to sit through this shit when you can bring the magical fake kids back. See, neighbor, like you must have Christopher, you must have came a little late because like for me, I was fine with Namor. We go and just going back over it again. Yeah, Wanda lost her male sex doll and lost her damn mind. And I'm just like, man, you're not gonna sit there and explain to me about a motherfucker losing a sex toy and imaginary kids that she made out of her mind, and then suddenly we oh I like this backstory too. I love this backstory. Loved it. I loved this backstory. I felt like I was standing there with him the whole time. Like exactly. Like really? Like you lose a little you lose your code and the joystick that you ride on, and then you just mad. And then the imaginary kids that you made up, you mad. And I'm supposed to feel you on that? Get the hell out of here. No. Uh, uh, get out of here. I'm supposed to be cool with that. I didn't understand that, but I understood what was going on with Wakanda. That was relatable. Making up imaginary kids and then whatever, I can't get with that. But yeah, Namor's story, I understood that. I'm like, yo, if I go back on the water and I see, and this is why, again, like I said, it's fuck Wakanda. It's always fuck Wakanda. Because y'all knew about the slave trade. Y'all even talked about it in the beginning of the movie and stuff of the first one and didn't do nothing. Namor was a kid, a little 10-year-old or however old he was, a little 10-year-old kid, went up there and seen it, was like, nope, we killing everybody. I'm like, come on, man. Like, what the hell? Like, soft ass niggas. Oh, black folks always got to be this little soft, sensitive ones. Everybody else doing what they got to do. Black people, we can't do that because if we do, oh, like, get out of here, man. Do what you got. Like, no. So I liked his backstory. I felt him on that backstory. People was like, yo, we got to get up out of here. And I'm not letting them come back down here. I'm just not. I'm just not letting these people do it. But yeah, I talked about that already. So that's where I was at. Outside of the ending, the dark camera view in the water, which I didn't understand, and the ending, like the ending was whatever. That's just me griping. You know what I'm saying? Like she should have killed him. That was just me. Um, that's just me talking shit. Like she, Namor was a good one. They kept him alive because they can do more with that type of villain. They can do more with him. He can jump from being an Avenger. He can hop to do something else. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not. That's just me. That's my personal gripe about because of what he did. I'm like, yo, he would have had to die, and I agreed. No, I didn't agree. I don't want to say agreed. Got to choose my words right. I understood what M'Baku was saying about not killing him after he's seen everything. Like, I understand that. I understand that. But I'm like, yeah. So my main gripe was like, if it was a main serious gripe, was like the way they did. Oh yeah, he gonna get the suit. He gonna get the suit. This especially this Namor. Shit, he gonna get them draws. He gonna find a way. And my main gripe is just, and it's not even like black man, this and that. And I understand. I'm not gonna discount anybody that talks about that. That's me personally. Hell yeah, he gonna do it. Hell yeah. Even the way he was talking to Shuri, it was kind of like the way he was doing whatever was kind of like, man, you know what? I'll get you too. They were like, I'll take you too. But yeah, I think he gonna do it. But I'm not gonna discount no black man to see an issue with that. I'm not. I'm just not. Y'all can do it, and y'all I think it's trifling to do because they seeing a pattern, and I see the pattern myself. I see it, but I still like the movie, so I'm not going. And I didn't like what they did with Bozeman. I just didn't. I thought it was trifling. I thought it was trifling. Um, uh, they better. I hope they do deal with family issues. I hope you're right on that because I think that's a good route to go. So, but it didn't take away to the point where I was like, this movie trash because that that middle part after the bullshit with Bozeman, after the little sending him off, which I thought was bullshit. It didn't make me feel nothing. I thought it was trifling. And then the ending with her not doing whatever with Namor after Killmonger told her to do it, and he killed your people and everything. Everything in that middle, Riri didn't bother me. What Shuri was doing didn't bother me. Ramunda didn't bother me. Namor didn't bother me. Atuma and them didn't bother me. Like the only thing that kind of bothered me was like Ross. It was like, what the fuck is he here for? Like, get the fuck out of here. Um, so I like the movie. I had my issues, but I just didn't feel like for me. And y'all know I talk shit about everything, and I just complain. I complain and talk shit. It's what I do. I talk shit, and I don't even call it complaining. I see it, and I talk about what I see. But for me, it just wasn't a thing where I felt the need to just be like this movie. Killed who? The heart shaped herb killed him. Who did he kill? I'm a little lost. But I didn't feel the need to down the movie. I just they said it was some what? Like I thought they said it was some unknown virus, and she was using his blood to try to synthesize part of the stuff with the heart shaped herb. I thought they said it was some unknown virus or something that killed him. They didn't say exactly he got sick and it was some virus. That's what I thought happened. Um, but no, I didn't see anything. But some of the stuff folks are saying, I'm like, y'all tripping. It's the worst movie in Marvel. Y'all tripping. There ain't no way. That was actually the best movie to me in Phase 4. That was it. After She-Hulk and all this other goofy shit. I was like, that was the best. That was the best thing that I've seen from Phase 4. And they closing it out, and then Ant-Man started Phase 5. So I think I Wakanda Forever was the best thing in Phase 4 to me. Outside of Let me think. Yeah, Wakanda Forever was the best thing in Phase 4 to me. That's what I got. It was like I had my issues. I'm not gonna tell nobody that you shouldn't do. You a misogynist? I ain't telling nobody that because I understand what you're saying and I seen it, but it didn't take away. But it wasn't enough for me to be like, man, this movie trash and this and that. I liked it. I liked seeing it, and then I liked seeing it and seeing how they were represented and how they handled everything that was going on while Wakanda is trying to get rebuilt and everybody is all over the place because of Killmonger's wild ass doing what he did. He caused all kind of trouble there. Thanos coming in Infinity War, causing all kind of trouble and tearing up Wakanda, and then T'Challa dying, and then the Queen dying, and then dealing with the US and dealing with everybody. It's like, yo, they got a bunch of stuff that's hitting them. Oh yeah. I forgot about Werewolf by Night. Werewolf by Night. I like that. That's just close to my heart. Like even if it wasn't, you could have put Werewolf by Night out, and it didn't have to do nothing to do with Marvel, and I would have loved it. I would have loved it. It didn't have to have nothing to do with Marvel, and I would have loved it. The Werewolf by Night was my shit. Like that short, that special, that was. I was like, that's the kind of thing I like. It didn't even have to be Marvel. Didn't even have to be Marvel. And No Way Home was good too. And but No Way Home just was still kind of like But for me, with Black Panther, I understood what they were going through. So had my issues. I understand where everybody else is coming from when it comes to certain stuff. I don't understand the motherfucker talking about made a post talking about it, devils and all the others and demons and that. You talking wild, my dude. You talking like a whole goofball. But the stuff that black men are saying, and some of the people are like, yo, they just net with the black. I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. I understand. I understand. I still like the movie. I still like seeing the women do their thing. I genuinely liked it. I genuinely liked it. And sitting there watching, I'm like, yo, when am I supposed to start hating this movie? Like Riri, I liked Riri. Anika, she didn't. I thought she was gonna bother me more, and she didn't bother me either. She was a young fighter, like, hey, I'm ready to fight. I'm ready to do it. I'm ready to get out there. I liked it. I had my issues, and I ain't gonna discredit nobody, but I liked the movie. So that's all I got. That's all I got. That's all I got. But I appreciate y'all kicking it with me. I'm gonna try to do some other stuff with this setup and everything. I'm getting my setup together and all that good stuff. And I plan to start doing some stuff where folks can call in and I can talk to folks face to face or hear your voices and stuff. Hopefully, I can get all that together. It'll be cool. But yeah, man, that's what I got for Wakanda Forever. It was cool. It was cool. It wasn't, oh, it's the greatest thing ever. It wasn't nothing like that for me, but I enjoyed the movie and I liked it. Exactly. I will say that. I agree with you on that. That's what Thor should have been going through all the stuff that Thor went through and all the stuff that Thor had issues with, and then everything that happened in Endgame and Infinity War and stuff, and then he's just coming back being a whole goofy motherfucker, just clowning like, none of that stuff happened. None of it happened. I'm like, what? Like, you should have been going through and showing how you felt about whatever. And Namor, how they treated Namor and how they made the Talokan, whether from the music, because the music was on music, especially with the Talokan, it was like that music. That music was on point because it was like it helped make them scary. You heard that music, like, oh, here they come. And I'm not talking about the music that they were singing to do their little siren song to kill people. I'm talking about the background music when they showed up. I was like, oh, here they come, here they come. And you see the orcas and the whales hop up, like, ah, here they come. It's like they killing everybody. They gonna tear up everything. And so it made them scary. You see them climbing up the side of the boat, and Namor just flying around tearing shit. I'm like, oh, this is scary. Namor got the treatment that Gore should have gotten. Because if we would have seen Gore kill a couple more gods, just all I had to do would be one or two. It could be, or if he would have came in that omnipotent city and just wrecked shop, just killed a couple of them, and all of them got nervous and started running this stuff. Oh, It is what it is. But yeah, yeah, I think my stuff is starting to mess up. So I'm gonna holler at y'all later. Thanks for kicking it with me. Go to akachicomics.com, get the books, Void Beast chapter 1 through 4, Short Name Messiah chapter 1 and 2, and get your free copy of Souls of Chaos. I'll be back talking about all this stuff later. And again, I appreciate y'all, even though I'll be talking all kind of wild shit. I love y'all. I just don't like all of y'all. So I'll holler at y'all later. Thanks for kicking it with me. Peace.